Both the algae, Spirulina and Chlorella, have particular organs that that it really helps. And Spirulina helps the brain, and part of that's because the brain has the most mitochondria. But Spirulina is definitely the mitochondria algae. Chlorella is a gut health, immune health algae. So to help people understand what mitochondria are, I'd like to use an analogy. Consider your body like a big office tower. And so everything's brand shiny new when you're born, and when the office tower is built, that's great. In the office tower, you have offices, and that's where the work is done. And in your body, you have cells, and that's where the work is done. Now, in the office, you have to you need lights. So the things that allow you to work are the light bulbs. And in your body, the things that allow your cells to work are the mitochondria. But in the office, when the lights go out, the maintenance people just come and replace them. In your body, as you get older, you'll find out your mitochondria get damaged and decrease, and there's no maintenance people to fix them. Well, there sort of is, and it's an antioxidant called superoxide dismutase. But I want to make one more analogy. In the building, the light bulbs are important for doing work, and the reason they turn on is because there's electricity leading to the building that turns the lights on. In your cells, the mitochondria are both the light bulbs and the electricity. The mitochondria are the electricity that allow you to live. It's that simple. So think about it when, as you get older, as the mitochondria die or get damaged, it's like having your lights go out, and your lights go out, and your lights go out. And so, of course, your body and your cells can do less and less and less because they can't create cellular energy. Cellular energy is what you need for everything. It's not just running to the grocery store or having a great workout. It's breathing, thinking, talking, walking, lymphatic system, neurotransmitters, digesting. Everything requires cellular energy. And since mitochondria are what create it, when they start getting damaged or dying, you have less cellular energy, so nothing works well. So here's what happens in why the mitochondria get damaged. There's this, the term for cellular energy is called ATP, and that's the form that your cells use. Now, in the process of making this thing called ATP, there's a byproduct, and it's called a free radical. So a free radical is a molecule with an unpaired electron. So what it does is it will steal an electron from another molecule to balance itself out. But then that molecule becomes unbalanced, and so it steals a molecule from somebody else. It's like when you're a kid, someone would steal your lunch at school, and then you go take somebody else's. So the good news is there's these things called antioxidants, and they have extra electrons. They're like the kid that came to school with extra lunches for everybody. And so what antioxidants do is they donate an electron to a free radical to calm it down, neutralize it so it won't steal anybody else's electron. But the problem is your mitochondria, which are these little cells, they're called organelles inside of your cells that make this energy. The problem is the mitochondria have two membranes. The regular lipid membrane that all your cells have, but it also has this second inner membrane. I can tell you where that came from later on. This second inner membrane is impenetrable by most antioxidants. So you can take vitamin C, vitamin E, you can eat a room full of blueberries, not a drop of antioxidants will get into the mitochondria because none of that can get inside that inner membrane. This is why there's been a lot of scientific studies about how antioxidants are not helping with chronic disease or longevity. None. It's because all the studies were done with vitamin E and vitamin C, which can't get into the inner membrane of the mitochondria. But there are three antioxidants that can. Chlorophyll, glutathione, and a long one people have probably never heard of called superoxide dismutase, which also short form is SOD. Now, first of all, I want you to know that all three of them are in the highest quantity in the universe in algae.
Wow. Oh my
Chlorella
God.
has
I've
the
learned
highest
something
chlorophyll
new today.
and glutathione in the world.
Yeah.
Nothing else with more chlorophyll or glutathione than Chlorella
That's
algae.
it. That's all you need in antioxidants, these three things.
Right? And Spirulina has the highest one called superoxide dismutase. Chlorella has the second highest. Now, this one called superoxide dismutase is the most important antioxidant to protect your mitochondria.
And what is that?
And this is because there's a particular free radical that's produced as a byproduct of this ATP, and it's called superoxide. And it is more damaging than any other free radical because it has 3 sets of unpaired electrons. So it's 3 times as damaging. This antioxidant called superoxide dismutase neutralizes that free radical, turns it into water and oxygen. Ta-da! Everybody is happy. Saves the mitochondria. And here's the cool thing. Your body makes it.
Oh.
Your body makes this thing called superoxide dismutase from the moment you're born.
Okay.
But here's the downside. It stops making it at the age of 30. Just like when you hit 30, your body slows down melatonin, slows down hormones. It also slows down this thing called superoxide dismutase. So think of superoxide dismutase as a big golf umbrella. You have one, you said you golf.
Yeah.
And you know those big golf umbrellas?
Yeah.
I mean, they're ginormous. You could put a full family under one of those. And if you get caught in a rainstorm and you have a big golf umbrella, you're laughing. It could be pouring rain, but you're like inside a little protected house. So that's what superoxide does for your dismutase does for your mitochondria. It acts as an umbrella because the free radicals are being produced, but it protects your mitochondria from getting hit with them. But by the time you're 30, that big golf umbrella is smaller now because your body's making less of it. So it's now about the size of a totes umbrella. You know those little city ones that pop up.
Yeah.
And then by the time you're 35 or 40, that golf umbrella is about the size of a cocktail umbrella or 0.
And then,
so the free radicals never stopped being released, but your protection is gone. Your protection is gone.
So we can supplement.
You can supplement it with spirulina.
Spirulina and
It
chlorella.
has the highest superoxide dismutase in the universe. And the great thing is, again, remember I mentioned spirulina is a bacteria. No cellulose wall for your body to break down. So it absorbs all the nutrients, including this one called SOD, which goes straight to the mitochondria. But there's a catch. Not every spirulina has active SOD. Here's why. This antioxidant called SOD is also an enzyme. And anybody who knows anything about nutrition knows that enzymes are deactivated by high heat of over 114 degrees Fahrenheit. And almost all the lower priced algae that are out there, they're grown in China. And they're lower priced and they're lower quality. So they have to use high heat to dry it to get to market quickly so they can make enough money.
Interesting.
That high heat kills that enzyme, which is an antioxidant called superoxide dismutase. So if you go to Target or CVS and you cheat yourself and you buy a low-priced algae, I can almost promise you that capability of protecting your mitochondria with this thing. It's not doing anything. It was there, but it's deactivated.
It's a good pee.
Yeah, well, it's like, I tell people it's like buying a car with no engine. It looks great, but it's not performing.
Exactly.
So ours is protected. Ours works. That's why I had to find out why ours was working so well. We're actually in the middle of a clinical trial right now with a company that's testing mitochondria health. Before we did a test first, then we're giving people spirulina for 30 days, and then we're testing the mitochondria separately.